and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Tuesday the 22nd of April. I am flatcapcallum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alright, the aim's to be fairly brief tonight. We'll do the review of Monday and then we'll get into Tuesday. Tuesday, I'm playing 4. I'm not going to fluff it up in any way other than to say they've hit the star system. I'm just not feeling pumped about them. But that, you can have a good day off that. Some days you think it's going to be good and it isn't. But yeah, just don't know what it is. Wasn't massively feeling it. But they hit the star system, and I'm playing the 4, and I'll kind of get into why. So I'm not going to oversell this in any stretch. But there are 4 horses, 4 a Yankee, the 2 that I was going to back the other day at Fairyhouse before the meeting was abandoned, and 2 at Epsom. That is what I'm playing. And yeah, do the review. There's some other stuff I think I was going to say. I don't know. We'll get to that. Okay, let's do the review. So I think anyone who's watching the channel the last 12 hours knows what happened in the first race. So 115 Cork, Bob the Builder, 200 to 1. The Rule 4 kicked in as expected, 20p. That took it to 160 to 1, and it SP'd at 14s. Ran no sort of race, 10th of 18. It happens. The point is, you got to get yourselves in the right positions. And if backing a horse at that sort of price, you don't need very many or very often for them to come in before you're making some nice profit on it. So it wasn't to be today. I mean, a word on the price movement, because I know people will have got a little bit excited about it. For me, that was more about price correction. Because I knew that other people would see what I see. Sometimes I'm picking these zebras, and thanks Mark for the prompt. I haven't used the word zebra for a while. Sometimes I pick these zebras and I know no one else is going to have any sort of understanding why. Bob the Builder, I felt like that had bits in it that other people would see. So I'm unsurprised of the price movement. I mean, it surprised me how much it went in by. Certainly, but I knew it was going to come in quite a bit. But yeah, because it was just massively overpriced. So often these price movements, 160 equivalent into 14s, that isn't stable money. That is price correction money. That is the market reflecting, because there really wasn't much to go on in anything else in that race. So it absolutely was one that people could latch onto and give a reason for why it could be a framer. Whether it's just not very good on hurdles or whether they just didn't try for whatever reason, I don't know. But certainly the point-to-point form was up to scratch, but it wasn't to be. So no good there. A boy Joey wasn't quite close enough. It wasn't a million miles away. In the Irish National, we got beat by one too good in the Irish National. Another choice, a gallant 8th, but not close enough, not 6th. But any second now was a runner-up. Absolutely cracker of a horse. Twice runner-up in the Irish National. Twice framed in the Grand National. Once second, once third. I checked, it was I think £600,000 in prize money without actually winning a really big race. It's won grade 2 and grade 3 races, never won a grade 1 and never taken one of these big handicap pots, but 600 grand it's been a fine horse. And then 540 Max Charm was a disappointment, so all we got back was a couple of quid for that. So it was 11.75 on, 210 back, a loss of 9.65 to start the channel week. Yeah, it is what I'm enthused about playing on Tuesday. And I'm not forcing the bet out. I don't know, just some days you just look at it and you just think, yeah, I don't know. So I wasn't liking anything else in terms of other meetings. I like the Epsom meeting. And yeah, I like Epsom as a track. It's a bit of a funky track, so not all horses go on it. And I've not even picked a couple of horses that you would call course specialists either for there. So I like the Epsom meet. And then as far as Fairyhouse goes, I'm really not sure about the ground. So it was originally advertised as soft to heavy. Certainly on that chase course, I don't think that was soft to heavy watching the Irish Grand National. I think that's more yielding to soft. And I know for some that doesn't really mean much. It's a reasonable enough movement. I think it was... I'm not saying it's fast ground or any stretch, but it certainly wasn't deep. The horses were moving across the top of the turf quite nicely. Speed figures, I think, suggest that. So I think they're going to change to go into soft for Tuesday on the chase course. The hurdle course was a little bit softer, but yeah, I just wonder how close to yielding it might actually be. So the ground's a bit of a question mark to me, and it would be a bit to these horses, because I think on balance I'd rather the ground was yielding for both the two I've got. So anyway, that's the ramble. Here's the bet: 2:45 Epsom Sean. It's highly tried, this horse, but I think 10 furlongs on fast enough ground at Epsom might be quite good for this horse. So we'll give that a try. There's a lot more to it than that. I'm just trying to get the video out, all right? So don't be chucking pelters at me going, or just picking them out the air. I mean, you know, Terry, my mate Terry, he gives me a few. Anyway, 250 Fairyhouse, Must Be Obeyed, 16s, 5 o'clock Epsom, Uncle Dick, 25s, 5:05 Fairyhouse, Sea of Sounds, 33s. So those two are 5 minutes apart, and those two are 5 minutes apart. So we'll see how we get on. 25p each way Yankee, 50p each way singles. At those prices, a couple of them would pretty much get our money back if they framed. Obviously, a winner would be nice. If we get 3 of them framing, we're having a nice day. If we manage to get all 4 frame, we're having a really nice day. 950 is the bet. Sky is the best bookmaker for place terms, and then Betfred 365, Labrooks and Coral are next best, because you can get the 3 places on the Sean race. There's other bookies as well that we don't usually talk about, but like MGM, I think Spread X. There's a few other ones that are paying 3rd place on this 2:45 Epsom, but of the main ones, it's those 5 there, and so I think that 3rd place could be helpful. That is bet 1. That is the only bet. 950 to start our week, and then we'll see how we roll on. The other thing I was just going to say, I just want to sort of take a moment just to say thank you very much for all the support, and it just feels like a really nice vibe at the moment. And obviously we've had a nice week last week, so there's a little bit that carries on, and when you have a day like today, and there's lots of excitement happens before the race, and then it's a bit of an anticlimax when Bob the Builder just doesn't run anything. But yeah, it's just there's a really nice vibe amongst followers and stuff of people supporting each other and having back and forth conversations and stuff. And yeah, I've said it many times, but it's the main thing that really caught me by surprise when I did YouTube. I didn't really think about that as a concept, that actually you sort of build a community and you've got kind of loyal followers, and I'd like to believe, like-minded folk who decent people. And I say it many times. The vast majority of people, and this did surprise me also, is I thought there would be more numpties out there than there actually is on YouTube. There are a few, but actually most people are just really nice, decent, and people will come on and throw a bit of shade, and there's differences, right? There's people who are sort of trying to be mean, and then there's people that literally don't know any different and think what I'm doing is absolutely crazy and I'm a bit of a joke. And that's fine. That's part and parcel of what I do. But most people are really nice, and really nice to each other, and it's just really nice and lovely. And so even on a day where we didn't win, there was a nice vibe going about on the channel. So thank you to all of you who participate in the comment section, and make that section. That's what it is. When I started, I used to be able to literally reply to every single message, and now it's got to a place where my time is less and the comments are greater, and it's hard to do. So I just try and pick my moments, try and look out for people who haven't commented before. I try and sort of think, I haven't replied to that person for a while, or if someone asks me a specific question, like I think Carl asked in the comments today about did I think the powers that be would actually let us kind of a big price winner come in or a bet come in. I guess the answer is, we're never going to know the answer to that question unless we keep trying, right? So if we land one day, then we'll get the answer. If we never land one, it'll be a question mark that are the powers that be stop the channel momentum. I don't know. I think I'm very conscious about where the channel's got to in size and profile. Clearly I don't have any sponsorship for what I'm doing on here. I've had people ask me about it, and the right offer hasn't come along, put it that way. So I've got no real interest in being sponsored by an actual bookmaker, but that's not what I'm into necessarily. But I enjoy the fact this is an independent channel. It's just me. I don't have connections in the racing industry. I don't have affiliations to anything. It's just me doing what I'm doing. But it has got to a size where, you know, even on a bet like this that I've put out, probably with the amount of money going on a Tuesday, it may well be that this bet pops up as a kind of a commonly used bet. And so yeah, when you've got profile like that, and that's why, to be fair, I prefer the days when I have got more going on and I'm putting out 3, 4, 5 bets, because there's sort of less attention on one bet, whereas on Tuesday, 4 horses, 1 Yankee, that will be repeated by many people. And then what happens is, once it then gets onto something, you know, like websites like Paddy or Betfair that sort of put the most popular ACCAs up on their sites, then as soon as you get it on there, it snowballs. And so I'm conscious about that. Now, you know, you'd say, well, the bookies can protect themselves and they'll reduce the prices if they need to. Yeah, that might happen. You know, is anyone chucking anyone anything or saying anyone to stop something? We're never going to know, right? Got to keep trying. If you play the game long enough, you know, if I do this long enough, then when statistically we should hit something very big. Whether that is in, you know, this year, 10 years, 20 years. I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to be going on for, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But what I can say for now is it's good. It's good to be back in a regular thing. It's been about a month since Cheltenham, so sort of a month of just doing regular vids, and I think April I've missed 1 day so far in terms of one. I think it was a Sunday, last Sunday. I think I didn't do Sunday before last. I didn't do any selections, so this will be the 21 out of 22 days we put selections out for April. It does take a lot of my time, as you can imagine. You know, it's not like I just quickly record a vid for 5 minutes and, you know, because I've picked a few things out of the newspaper. It does take a lot of time and effort, but I am enjoying it, and I'm enjoying it because the community is there, and that's really nice. And so yeah, who knows how long I'll carry on for. At some point, I'm sure I'll probably have a bit of a break for this year at some point, but it won't be like last year. Obviously, last year I took 6 months off, and the start of this year I didn't really do much in January, February. But so I'm not planning anything like that. But you know, as and when that occurs, I shall give people forewarning and notice. But there'll be a point where I'd kind of just think, yeah, do you know what? I don't want to burn myself out, but chucking stuff up. The challenge you'll always have is then I'll get a little bit of kind of the FOMO stuff. The what happens if I have a really good day and I'm not doing a video, and you know, it's happened. It's happened, right? It's happened before. You just wouldn't know about it. So that's part of it, right? I can't do it all day every day. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that is my Monday night for Tuesday video ramble for you. That was slightly unplanned. All right, I'll leave it there. And yeah. Oh, I know the other thing I was going to say to you, actually. Just one other little thing, just completely unrelated to horse racing or the channel or anything else. But just in case it inspires one person does anything different because of what I'm about to say, then it'll be worth me saying it. But I'm trying to have a bit of a more of a healthy eating regime going forward. So I sort of got through the Easter weekend. So yeah, I can tell you that prior to making this video, I made myself a salad box for my lunch tomorrow. So Mrs. FC made some scratch dressing. I don't know, stuff, lemon, honey, stuff went into it. So she made that for me, which is very kind of her. Yeah, and we made sure I got some lettuce in. I mean, I'm not a big salad guy, but I got some lettuce in there, some grated carrots, some beetroot, to put some prawns in there, some salad beans that you get in a tin. Yeah, and the plan is to try and have a salad on a weekday, but a decent look. I mean, it looks decent. It's good. Maybe I'll show you one day. But yeah, I'm just trying to eat less bread. Right, bread's not good for you. Eating a load of bread's no good for you. And it's processed carbs. It's not great. So yeah, trying to up my vegetable intake by eating a really delicious looking. I'll report back tomorrow. Salad box. But yeah, just have a think. If you're sat there thinking, do you know what, I'm feeling a bit of a slump. Easter's not been kind to me. then yeah, for me that's one of my things. I'm time poor. I eat a lot of bread, too much bread, just 'cause it's easy to eat sandwich, toast, whatever. And yeah, going to try from this point to see how we can go with having a salad box at lunchtime, certainly on a weekday, and reduce the bread. There we go. There's your bonus item. If anyone else listening is thinking, you know what, Flat Cap, you're right, I eat too much bread too, I'm going to have a salad box. It's not very hard. Just order yourself some lettuce. Say order, I've got an online delivery. But yeah, some lettuce, whatever you want in your salad. I mean, I'm not, tomatoes, no thank you very much. Cucumber, not for me. So, there's things I've left out. Anyway, I'm going to go. Right, that's me. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.